Farmizen on the road again, and today we are going to meet Dikshita from Sun and Soil Farm. I'm very excited about today and to see what's growing at our farm, because we visited the farm about three and a half months back, and she was just setting up all her beds, and she had few crops growing right then too. So just wanted to give her a quick check and drop in once to see how things are going, and to also shoot this interview for y'all to know about how can you actually go about setting your own farm. Hey Dikshita, so I'm Gitanjali from Farmizen, and I have Dikshita with me today. She runs this farm called Sun and Soil. It is off Saukya Road near Chansandra, near Whitefield area in Bangalore, and she's going to tell us more about the farm. We visited the farm about 4 months back, and we're coming after 3 months. At that time, there was nothing in the farm, things were just growing, there were beds. Now we see a lot. Dikshita, so how did this journey begin with Sun and Soil?
It started, I was in Singapore for about 8 years. And then after I came here, I was working as a soft skill trainer for about 3 years, and then COVID started and all hell broke loose. And that's when this started. I started growing small plants indoors, and the interest developed then. So then I was looking at a lot of these YouTube videos and learning a lot of stuff virtually. And I had a small 4,000 square foot plot. So I thought, why can't I just grow these, short-term vegetables for at least my family, the 4 of us. So that's how it started. So I want to call that phase 1 now, since this is phase 2. Okay. So I approached it phase-wise, maybe at a later stage. Initially, when I started, I just wanted to do it for my family. It was like a farming for family kind of a thing.
Okay. And who all in your family, Dikshita?
It's my husband, and I have 2 kids, 10-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son, and myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So I grew greens and vegetables and banana, papaya, all these short-term fruits. It was very nice. Actually, even my son, who was 5 years old at that time, if I made a radish mulangi sambar with the radish that I grew, he could clearly make out the difference between the store-bought radish and the grown, the self-grown radish. Yeah, so you can say, Amma, you made today is the farm side radish, no? So it is really gratifying at that time, So that's how it started.
This place was close to your house?
This the one that I
square feet,
I stay in Whitefield, Nallurhalli. Okay. This is near. It's just opposite Whitefield Global School. It's near the Hope Farm Signal.
It was close by.
It was close by.
And then you would go there on weekends or every day?
I would go there on need basis. Sometimes I would go there every day. If there had to be like a Jeevamridam spray, I would go there. And then if there had to be some harvest, I would go there. Otherwise, I used to just simply go there and sit for some time if I get bored at home.
Okay. So all of that was phase 1. So
yeah.
Okay. Then how did phase 2 happen?
Phase 2. See, I knew I could grow stuff. That was what I got from my takeaway from phase 1. Phase 2, I wanted to see if I could market what I produced, because apparently, from what I've from hearsay and all that, it is a big challenge. That's what I've heard. So so I thought I'll lease out a 2-acre plot and see if I'm able to sell it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how phase 2 started, and I was land hunting vigorously for say 7-8 months.
Wow.
Because it had to be close to the city. I have young kids, and I couldn't afford to travel such long distances. So luckily I found this place.
So how did you go about finding it? Did you go through a land broker agent, or generally by just driving around and asking?
I started by driving around, and I used to go to these tea shops and barber shops and ask them if there are any brokers they could help out, and that's how I found this.
So in this, once you lease the farm out, so would you be able to give us some numbers, Dikshita, of how much it took to lease a land in Bangalore? This land here. How much was the price? How much does it cost? Something like this.
The general norm is 60,000 per acre per year.
60,000 per acre per year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have to. It's like a lease. You have to give that out every month or at one shot.
You have to give that. See, in my case, I leased this out for 55K.
Okay.
Per acre per year. So I have to pay it in 2 installments. So I paid in Jan, and then the next I will have to pay now in June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So you've been leasing this for how long?
This is short term. It's just a 2-year lease.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you started when in Jan?
I started in Jan.
You started this Jan.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And so much is done already. Okay. So
Yeah.
when you got it, did you have water on the farm? Did you have a bore well?
Yeah. See, our landlord has a farm of his own.
Okay.
So this was just a piece that he was not using.
Okay.
So he only leased that out. So there is water and there is a small shelter there. So I have 2 people who help me. So they stay there,
Okay.
and then we made a small cow shed for the cow.
Oh, you have a cow now?
Yeah.
The cow. Okay, great. So, then you had to put in irrigation of yours?
Yeah. I had to set up the irrigation. We use rainwater harvesting.
Okay.
Rainwater irrigation.
Okay.
So I had to set that up. I had to get that
Okay.
connected. Yeah.
And these are basically those, we'll just look at the pipes. So these mimic how a rainfall happens.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So this would be connected to a main pipe, and then this is how the sort of rain shower irrigation happens. Okay, so this is ideal for banana plants, is it? Or
This was what I used in the 4,000 square foot plot,
okay.
and I was comfortable.
Okay.
And also, I tried drip. I had the idea of using drip, but I wanted to do a lot of crops in between the bananas and all. So that the drip would be difficult. So I just thought one shot, if there is like a big spring,
sort of a thing,
yeah. So
whereas
it's
the
easier.
sprinkler also ends up putting a lot of water out or wasting a lot of water. I think this is more effective.
Yeah.
Because this is more closer to the ground.
Correct.
So sprinklers, what happens is they spray on the plant, right? And then you get a lot of, we've seen that in other farms, that whenever they've used sprinklers, which is at least about 3 feet height or 4 feet height, the sprinkler sprinkles everywhere, even on top of the plant. And then you have a lot of diseases, pest infection because of the sprinkler.
Okay.
So I think this would be good in that way that it's down at least. It's only wetting your soil and not the plant.
No, this also comes up.
Okay.
Yeah. So it in a way it's advantage because we don't have to exclusively do something to give the Jivamridam spray on the. Jivamridam acts also as a pesticide, no?
Right.
So it comes on the plant. It just sprouts out like that, like a fountain. It comes up like a fountain, and it does wet the plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It does wet the plant.
It does wet the plant.
But I guess it depends on the crop.
Yeah, and also it depends. You can adjust. See, if you open 6-7 pipes at a time, then it comes about my height. But if you do that to 20 pipes, then it goes in the So
this is working fine, and also like you said, you've interspersed it with papaya. So what all are you growing here?
I have banana on every bed. Okay, my bed is 16 foot long, and I've left 3 foot on either sides. And then there are 2 rows of bananas. In between the bananas, there's one papaya drumstick. That's how it goes. Yeah, alternately. Yeah.
Okay, so that same thing continues throughout the farm.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So did you read about this somewhere, or how?
I have a mentor. His name is S. Raju.
Okay.
He's from Salem, and this is the exact model he's followed. And I've just been following him. Yeah, he's guiding me, and now I am planning to start ginger on either side of bananas. Okay. Because this is the season to sow ginger, the monsoon. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And plus it will also take up the excess water that is flowing in.
Right.
It can grow there.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much of your time does this take on a weekly basis? Like on a daily basis, do you come here?
I come here almost every day, except when I have something that takes up my time or I have to go out somewhere. I don't come here. Otherwise, I come here every day. I like being here, so I come here. Even though there's nothing for me to do sometimes, I just like coming here. So I come here every day.
And during the weekends, is it more work during the weekends? How does that work?
Because there is a family to help around. So I just do the easy work. They do the difficult part. I just do the easy work. So if he's sowing ginger and he does the the digging and the sowing, I maybe give him
Planting
ginger
or
from the
giving
basket.
it to him
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, but as we can see, you've
Mhm.
not used any weedicide or you've not done anything to remove the weeds, right?
Mhm.
But you've done a lot of mulching.
Yeah,
You see some mulching here.
yeah. We remove the grass
Huh.
with the sickle,
Okay.
all the weeds, and then we put it on the banana.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
put it
Like
below the
mulch.
banana like a mulch. So every time the grass grows really fast, especially now that the monsoon has started, it is a problem.
Okay.
But that's what we do. Actually,
Okay.
it's
Okay. I
yeah,
mean, you let
manually we
nature
do.
take care
Yeah,
of things.
yeah, yeah. We do manual weeding only.
Okay, okay, great. And so, what is you said you talked about Jivamrit, right?
Hmm.
So, you put the Jivamrit in a venturi and then send it.
Yeah,
How do you do that?
yeah, yeah. Through a venturi only,
Okay,
and along
okay,
with the irrigation, it comes.
okay. Maybe we
Yeah,
can go even see the venturi one.
right. Okay.
So, what else do you? What else? What sort of practices do you use for fertilizing as well as for pest control? What are the things you
For
do?
pest control, we use neem seed and garlic mixture,
Okay,
and I spray that every month.
okay,
And then fertilizer is Jivamritam only.
okay,
That those are the only two things I've used so far.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, neem kernel.
Not
Uh,
kernel, neem seed.
Neem seed.
Neem seed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you grind the neem seed and garlic,
Okay.
and you soak it in cow urine,
Okay.
and then you dilute it and spray it with a hand sprayer.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that would be like a backpack
No, that's a machine power sprayer. No, you
power
use a
sprayer.
hand pump, hand sprayer.
Hand sprayer. Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So how long does it take for, say, a banana plant from start to when it starts giving you fruits?
10 months for Elaki. It's 10 months.
Okay.
For the other bananas, about 12 months,
Okay.
and for the red ones, I think it's a little longer.
And these papayas are all red lady
Right?
varieties, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Red lady.
Okay. Okay. So they should start yielding in another 6, 7 months.
Yeah,
Or you
it's
take
it's a 1 year. It's around the same time, 10 months to
okay.
1 year.
10 months.
Yeah, yeah.
And you planted everything together. Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Okay. No, didn't have to do any stages. Everything
I didn't do stages, but there were few papayas that they died as saplings.
okay.
So that we keep.
Backfilling or something.
Yes, yes, yes.
So this, how many labor do you have right now?
I used to use 2 people.
Okay.
Now it's only one because now there's nothing much. Just weeding that we do,
Okay.
and earlier
Weeding, mulching that weed back, and then
weeding.
spraying and everything anyway happens through the.
Yeah, the spraying I do.
Okay.
The pesticides, the neem spray, I do that. So this my helper, he just weed only the weeding he does. Actually, mulching is also not an effort because you just have, when you're doing the weeding only, you just throw everything under the banana or throw it in the trench. There's no separate effort that goes into mulching. Hmm.
What kind of challenges are you facing? Like when you're from a growing cup, like
Ha, ha, ha.
from the plants, and there would be other challenges. I'm
Right,
sure.
right, right. There are a lot of challenges. Firstly, now because of the rains, my banana leaves have started yellowing, and also, yeah, and also the drumstick is a dry area crop.
Okay.
I wanted to try it here, but those leaves are also yellowing slightly because of the rains.
Okay, whenever
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
excess rain
Excess
and water
water.
logging,
Yeah.
then this happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And your farm is at a lower level.
Lower
you said.
level than the other neighborhood farms.
Okay.
So it's a
So
challenge.
farms in this area, are they also organic like you, or are they?
No, they're all chemical.
They're all chemical.
They're all
farms.
chemical.
So do you have other farmers coming here and asking you, trying to see what you're doing, what experiments are you running?
No, yeah. No, yeah, they come and they is like, "Yen madam neevu ishtamala," all that they say all that. They say all that. Sometimes people come to sell me these fertilizers and pesticides also, but then you just politely
Say no.
say no. Yeah.
But tell me something.
So I've just told them that it's a trial project.
Huh.
If it works out well, you can also do this. If it
Yeah.
doesn't work out well, you can just say there was one lady who came and did all this and now she's gone somewhere.
I'm sure it works. I mean, more power to you.
Yeah.
Tell me more about your family and how they took this, being in IT, working in a corporate, and then suddenly deciding one day I want to go and work as a farmer, right? Do this of your own, have this toil in the hot sun, whatever. What was their reaction? Did they think you've gone completely mad, or did they encourage you? How was it?
My husband encourages me. I mean, he completely believes in me. In not only this, in whatever I do, he's always supportive. And my kids are too young to say anything. My father supports, and my brother is also a big support. My mom, like you said, she thinks I'm crazy. She's like, you've become so dark, you've become so thin, and all that. But because she was from a farming background, her parents were farmers. She grew up in a village in Tamil Nadu, so she actually knows. Yes, the hardships and
that's interesting, right? That your mother, because she's from a farming background and she understands the hardships, actually maybe because she knows it too well and knows it too closely, and that's why she's
yes
discouraging you or whatever, or thinking why you're getting into this,
right.
But have you managed to convince her?
No.
And how does she feel?
No, you really cannot. So I've just said, okay, fine, I will do this. If this works, fine, I will continue this. I will go to phase 3. If it doesn't work, which I don't think it will definitely work. But I just told her that if it doesn't work, I will get back to my training and all of that. Yeah.
Wonderful. So also, do you see any, we'll also keep walking to your venture area. Do you see any difference in being a woman, in the sense on the field? Do people listen to you? Now, this I've seen in some places. At least when I had to interact with some people, some labor, gardeners, they wouldn't listen to me, and I'd have to exert some amount of power on them or tell them in different ways, and then they would start taking me seriously. So it takes some time. But that is what I saw. But what was your experience?
My experience, when I started, hunting land for this, to lease out land, I had different experience. Some people would, okay, and they would help me genuinely. Some people used to think they could just walk all over me and
just take you for a ride, basically.
Yes,
pull
yes, all of that. And then some people, they didn't really consider the fact that I was a woman. Nothing. They're like, okay, fine, you're doing something, you do. If I can, I will help you. You give me the money. Yes, straightforward. They used to be straightforward. That is good, actually, because even with people who help you, you kind of have it running, at the back of your mind. What are they expecting from you and all that. Sometimes when I had to go buy this cow, one like from far off market and all that, I had to go with 2 people from this local area. It was a little scary. So then I had to switch on the phone and keep my husband on speaker, and then the GPS my brother is tracking, like, you don't go here, there. So all that is definitely there, but then you'll have to.
Yeah,
I think Bangalore is pretty safe. Bangalore is pretty safe.
Correct.
Yeah,
because you're in a peri-urban, actually an urban farm.
Yes. It's not. Yeah. And
how many kilometers from ITPL? 10, 12.
It's less than 10 from ITPL.
Less than 12.
Less than 10 from ITPL. Wow. Yeah, and the labours, I have some really nice people, because my labours are a little old. The person is 60 years and his wife is, I think, 50. Okay. So they're very sweet people.
So this is the Venturi.
Right.
How does this whole thing work?
The Venturi, see, when you start the motor, the water starts coming in these long big pipes, and then it goes through this this tube and it comes out like a fountain. So this Venturi, in between it, you have a small pipe that connects to your Jivamritam. So when you turn on the Venturi, the Jivamritam from the bucket, it goes into your water. It goes into that water line. Yeah, it mixes with the water, and then it goes to all your plants, and there's an even distribution.
Okay, so you can control that level of distribution also, like,
right?
Yeah. ml per liter or something.
Yeah. So we have, like, 4 buckets for 6 pipes. Okay. But depending on, your farm and the size and the beds and all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the Jivamritam is prepared using your cow dung from your cow itself.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cow urine, cow dung, everything from your cow.
Yes.
itself.
Yes. Yes.
That's wonderful. So you have one cow now.
I have one cow. Yes.
So this is beautiful, Dikshita, and I'm sure it's like a long journey ahead, but I'm sure it's also a very fulfilling journey. Right?
It is.
You must be learning so much, and
Yes. Yes.
must be that way very satisfying.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to, like a lot of people these days, want to also go back to farming, right? Want to get more connected with the soil, with their food, and with trying to understand where their food comes from, right? Because we are stuck in these pigeonholes of apartments, and life has become very monotonous. And people are always looking to how can you connect with the soil. So a lot of people actually go out and buy lands and want to rent out or want to farm. So what would your advice be to them? Because you've done it all.
Yeah.
So
no, I just want to say that if you're new and you're starting out, don't invest too much money, without getting the experience. You do it small scale, see if you're able to do it, and most importantly, find a mentor who is also doing natural farming, who is also doing what you want to do, at least if not the exact thing, something similar. And you get in touch with them, go and talk to them and get their contact, and if there is something that you want advice on, make sure you have somebody who you can just pick the phone and talk to about it.
You would say first maybe lease out a land, because if you're not very sure or you don't own land of yours.
I'm saying at least even for yourself, sometimes you just get carried away by what people say on YouTube or show in social media. So if you get your hands dirty, you will know whether you are really passionate about it or it's just a superficial feeling. So
actually your phase 1 worked that way, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because you did your phase 1 in a smaller, much smaller area of 4,000 square feet.
Yeah.
You learned and you knew that okay, you want to proceed to phase 2, and you were clear about it.
Right.
So
and even then, my family, they said, since now you're able to grow, why can't we just buy like 5 or 10 acres and do this? But no, I thought I still needed some time because I didn't know how to sell, which I am still trying to figure out.
Right.
So I think it's better you start slow and not rush into anything.
Okay. And start slow. So first thing is get a mentor, right? Get a natural farming mentor. Also in natural farming also there are so many different types.
Yes.
Biodynamic, natural, organic.
Subhash Palekar and then Nammalwar, and there's many different streams. Yeah, so you'll have to pick your area of interest, what interests you.
Of many things also.
You can do
right?
that. Yeah.
You could do a mix, or you could pick the area that you like.
Yes.
And then experiment,
yes,
right? And see what really. And also it depends on the soil, I think, and what you want to grow, what technique. Do you want to do a fruit orchard? Then maybe it's a different way.
Right.
If you want to do vegetables, maybe there's different. Tell me. So you were saying about something about how you're seeing.
I'm seeing a lot of birds. I'm seeing a lot of these white cranes, I think they are. And then lots and lots of parrots. I think the day before yesterday, I saw about 60-70 parrots in the farm because we had pearl millet harvesting going on. And then there were so many parrots and so many ladybirds. And then I had a lot of marigold earlier. About a month back, it was full of yellow marigolds. So a lot of butterflies and bees and parrots and birds. It was a sight. It was really, really nice.
And you're seeing this transformation happen just in these 6-7 months. It's
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
Biodiversity is also increasing. You're seeing.
Yes, we see a lot of mice and rats and snakes and birds, and it's scary, but it's nice. It's nice and scary.
Like you get used to it, right?
Yeah.
If you're a farmer, it is there. It's part of the farm.
Correct.
And you're living with them.
Yes.
Coexisting with them.
Correct.
Happy.
Yes.
And amazing. So parrots are coming to eat all the finger millets and the pearl millets.
The pearl millets.
And so the millets you had put in the trenches, is it?
I put a mix of monocot and dicot in the trench. So now we are harvesting. So this
So
is
what is the funda behind monocot dicot?
the monocot dicot mulch. It forms humus, like this really rich humus,
Okay.
which is good, no? It gives a lot of
Plus
nutrition
also
and
legumes
immunity.
plants are good for nitrogen fixing.
Yeah. So we have these broad beans, and then
And you put sun hemp also.
sun hemp. Yes, sun
These are
hemp.
what, cowpea?
Which one?
What is this? Long.
This is only the some sun hemp.
Oh, sun hemp is
It's
so...
I don't know if it's called sun hemp in English. This is
not sun
takkapoondu.
hemp. This is takkapoondu.
Takkapoondu. I don't know what it's called.
Dencha,
Yeah, it's I don't know what it's called in
But the sun
English.
hemp, yeah, this is all basically that
seeds.
Fabaceae family, no? Pea family.
Yeah, these are all the dicots. Yeah. Yeah. The seeds become brown.
Okay.
Yeah. So now they're
And then
still
you
green.
can again put it back into the ground and then again you have to
Yeah. And then we use it as mulch.
Thank you so much, Dikshita, for
Thank you so much. My
spending
pleasure.
so much time with us and telling us more about this. One last parting thought, if you had to give about this whole experience that you're having, and for the next few months, what you're looking forward to.
This whole experience has been like a big learning curve for me, and I'm still in the curve. A lot of learning. Some days are really disappointing. Some days, like I said, you see a lot of birds and then a lot of these leaves and all swaying. That's really nice. Sometimes you see there's some disease or there's some pest attack. You feel bad. So it's like a roller coaster ride. Sometimes you feel bad. Sometimes you feel good. But at the end of the day, it's gratifying because there's some purpose that you're going towards, and I can really relate to that purpose. It gives me a lot of meaning in what I'm doing, so it's nice.